Hi, I'm Steve Hendrick, Principal Analyst for the Application Development and Deployment Research Program. AD&D is a new research area for ESG, and this program brings an important focus on tools, technologies, and platforms used by professional developers to build custom and packaged applications. First, let me explain where AD&D research fits within ESG. ESG is well known for infrastructure-centric research covering storage, networking, data protection, cloud computing, and security. More recently, ESG has expanded into data management, analytics, enterprise mobility, workspace delivery, and channel research. The AD&D program helps ESG expand its scope even further by adding platform-centric research, extending coverage of cloud computing, and identifying application developer needs. AD&D tools, platforms, and developer preferences are immensely important to large enterprises. It's been said that in IT, you have only three choices when it comes to applications. You can buy them, you can build them, or you can integrate them. The AD&D program is focused on building and integrating applications, as well as the developers that do the building and integrating. To help further explain the scope of AD&D program research, I've divided it into 5 segments. At the top in the center is application development and developers. Coverage of this segment includes languages, frameworks, development environments, and modern approaches to application development involving process, decisioning, analytics, events, and composition. This is also where we evaluate application architecture and define reference models for building applications. This segment is also the focal point for developer research. The objective of our developer research is to provide insight into changing developer demographics and technologies, and then evaluate the impact that this is having on how applications are developed and deployed. Application mobility, which is in the center of the diagram, is now causing vendors and end-user organizations alike to completely rethink their application development and deployment strategies. Most companies are now thinking mobile first because the opportunity associated with mobile is immense due to having so much more context to work with. However, mobile has its challenges given the current trade-offs between native, web, hybrid, and mobile platform development. So much like all important market transitions, the stakes are high, the competition is intense, and the path forward is complex. So our research will focus on understanding enterprise and developer preferences and seeing how well aligned vendors are with these needs. A discussion of application mobility also means that you have to have a conversation about the application platform, which is shown at the bottom of the diagram. Our research here will focus on what runtime services are needed by developers to develop applications and deploy them. Every vendor today has their own perspective on what constitutes an effective platform. So our agenda will be to understand what current and future features are most important to support business needs. The application integration segment on the left of the diagram has a very storied legacy that includes 4 generations of product. While most of IT is focused today on the third platform, or the computer in your pocket, the 4th platform is going to be all about integration. So our research here will build off today's approach to integration, which includes SOA and ESBs and APIs, but more importantly, evaluate how the Internet of Things will evolve and the best practices to resolve long-standing semantic integration challenges. Finally, no discussion of AD&D would be complete without addressing application deployment. The complexity of developing an application, testing it, moving it into production, and then supporting it after it's in production continues to be a material source of frustration in IT. While there is agreement that application lifecycle management, DevOps, and governance are all important, their support by vendors and users varies widely. Our research will explain what matters the most to IT and management regarding application deployment and provide pragmatic guidance for how to achieve an optimal path forward. So, there you have a quick tour of the AD&D program. I hope you found it useful and interesting, and thanks for listening.